Larry's Garage. Today we are building dune buggy headsets. This way you can go Bluetooth with your phone, listen to music, make phone calls, or you can go intercom and talk to your buddy who's in another dune buggy, or your wife or family members who are in the dune buggy with you. So the best way I have found to build these, and I've built about 6 sets now, is to get these Walker headphones for shooting and stuff, ear protection, off of eBay. They range, I think, about $9. And the ones you want to get are the thin, so that you don't look like you have a big earmuff on. Get the thin set, but you want to get this pair that has this dent in it if you can. It works really well. And when you get that, you're gonna open them up like this, pull the padding out, and then if you push to the side, right there, you can see a Phillips head screw. And you just take your screwdriver and be gentle that you don't tear the earmuff, and just unscrew that. I'll just go ahead and do that real quick because I want to show you the inside of this one. So to unscrew that one, I tend to just leave the screws on the counter over where they're safe. Then push to the side. Make sure you're not cutting any of the rubber. Get inside that Phillips head. Unscrew it. Put that screw in a safe spot, and this will come off. Now, you're going to want to take like an old Phillips screwdriver or something, and your torch. You're going to heat it up, get it really nice cherry hot, and you're going to melt a groove right into the earmuff far enough that you can put this microphone piece in, and then be able to reset your earmuff. Then clean up your edges so that that earmuff will sit back down in there smooth. Then you're going to want to do another one, melt down in, and that groove is going to be for your wires. And you're going to do that on one side for the wire, and on the other side for the wire and the microphone. Okay? Then you're going to take your intercom. These are intercoms that range from $35, can be up to $1,000. I use these because they fit my budget, and if they get stolen, something like that, or lost, I'm not going to be in tears. These are freed conn T-Max, and these connect up to 8 people. The thing I don't like about it, hopefully freed conn's watching, they're a little bit fat, a little bit bulky, and this wheel is a pain in the ass. You tend to bump it and it changes channels or whatever. So, you know, you get used to it though. But overall, they're very loud. They're great for playing your music on your cell phone. You can make phone calls from them, and you can intercom to your buddy in the other seat. You can talk to your family in the back seat. It'll connect to 8 people. I believe they've got a 12 people version also, but you can connect up to like 8 people on one set, and that way you can talk to different Razors, Can-Ams, side-by-sides, dune buggies, you know, whoever wants to wear a headset. You know, your cameraman, your guide guy, you know, you're four-wheeling and he's telling you up, turn left, turn right. It's good for all that. But these are designed for motorcycle helmets, and here's where the problem lies. Originally, my first design was I was putting them on the outside, And this microphone is designed to go on the inside of a motorcycle helmet, and this thing will face your face. But when you stick them to the outside of these, this wants to face that way. And when you rotate it, you can, but about 20 minutes into your ride, they tend to rotate on their own back to going that way. And you keep losing your voice. So what I did is in this set, I melted it and I put it in the inside and glued it onto the inside. That way, it's as if it's in a motorcycle helmet and it's facing the correct direction for your mouth. So that works out really well. Then all you gotta do is run your wires over and glue in your earpieces and put your cover back on and you're good to go. Now, the range on these, people say it's up to a mile. That might be true if you are not in the city and you are in plain sight of the other person, no hills, no nothing, no bushes. In reality experience with my dune buggy, in the mountains, out in the desert, bushes everywhere and trees and hills, a quarter mile, okay? But 99% of the time, the people are within 50 yards of you the whole day. So they work beautiful. This is probably one of the funnest things I've ever had. When I used to go out dune buggying and riding, and we'd say, hey, yeah, let's go up to that road and we'll turn and then we'll stop and talk and meet and figure out where we're going next. I didn't realize how crappy those days were. But when we got these and I started being able to talk to the guy in front of me and be like, dude, your wheel was just off the ground. Oh man, dude, you're like climbing that kick-ass rock. Or, you know, hey, let's turn left right now. Or, you know, I'm pulling my turning brake. Watch me do a donut. You know, you can literally talk to the other guy while you're doing donuts and, you know, interact. And that makes it so much more fun to take a set of these out to the trail. Like I say, these Freed Conns, I think I paid 60 bucks for 2 of them. I think they're about $80 on average, but watch for deals. And you can connect up to multiple people. These say they can connect to 3 people, but every time you want to talk to that third person, you have to push this button and it switches channels. And if you push the button wrong, it switches to a radio channel and you start hearing Spanish radio, which I don't speak Spanish, so I'm kind of screwed. Then you can't get it back. Then you got to stop your buggy. These are outstanding. These are called BT2S. And you can just look them up under that, BT2S. Or maybe it's BTS2. And you can look them up. These are about 35 bucks for 2 of them. Unbelievably good. The range on these actually is a little bit more than a quarter mile in the desert. It's probably closer to half. The batteries in both last about 5 hours of continuous gabbing. So if I was going with just 2 people and I knew I was never going to try and build a bigger group, I would go this way. These are so good, small, easy to use. 2 people, awesome. Try to do a third person, you're going to pull your hair out and kill yourself. The T-Max Freed Conn, super good volume, excellent for your phone calls, connects up to 6, 8, 12 people. Look at what you're buying because some of them are older versions and they actually only do like 6 people. But these connect to those people and you talk and all 6 or 8 people hear you and they talk and all 6 or 8 people hear them. There's no pushing buttons to switch channels. You're just all in a big ass group and it's great. They do have some limitations of like what order you connect them. if you connect A and B together, if A goes to the front of the group and B goes to the back, you might lose connection, and when you do, everybody loses connection. So figure out what order you're in. I mark them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I make sure that A is at the front, B is next razor, C is the next dune buggy, D is the next motorcycle, and so on. And then you will all stay connected all day. So, like I say, these are a pain in the ass, too bulky, the wheel sucks. I'd much rather replace the wheel with some buttons, but that's at the Conn. But their price is awesome, the quality is awesome, the abilities it can do are awesome. I would go with that and this set of headphones. And then when you run your wire over, you can do some zip ties if you want, but they usually pull your hair and are uncomfortable. You can do some hot glue, but in Arizona, the hot glue tends to melt in the sun and let go. So I just do a spot of super glue and you're good to go. So thanks for subscribing, hitting the like, leave a comment. Have a great day.